Welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk, and this, my friends, is the Thunder Show, aka the internet's most passionate wine program in Cabernet, 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 Cabernet. All right, now that we've lost 40% of our audience, let's get focused on the wines. Cabs are very popular. They've gotten very expensive, and it's really difficult to find value in the Cabernet category. So what we've chosen here today are three wines with really relatively exciting press. 89-point David Shelnick, who's a very conservative reviewer for Robert Parker's Wine Advocate, scores this 89 points for a $9 Vin de Pailly Languedoc-style Cabernet, 9 bones, 89 from a tough critic. Dying to try that. Definitely the most exciting to me on the bunch. An 88-point Tanzer Cabernet, which I think is, Stephen Tanzer's a great wine critic, also fairly conservative. Susanna Balbo, who we also did on Taranta's show. It'll be interesting to see what's going on there. And a 91 points Josh Reynolds, another solidly, not over-the-top, high-scoring critic. 18 bones. I'm awfully excited to try all three of these wines because they all fall under 20 bones. They all are relatively inexpensive in the scheme of the Cabernet world, and they're from Australia, Argentina, and the south of France. So this should be a lot of fun. Let's get right into the first wine, the Villa de Angus 2008 Cabernet Sauvignon, $9 US, 89 points. David Shelnick. This is from the southern part of France, Vin de Pailly, and it's brought in by hand-picked selections, which brings in some really great wines from all over the world. I mean, $9, my friends. $9 cab that has an 89-point score from a big critic, has great color. Literally, I don't even want to smell it. Literally, maybe the most exciting wine on Wine Library TV history for me, because if this is good, it's a groundbreaking wine. So, great color. Right off the bat, I'm awfully excited about the color. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. Great raspberry strawberry thing going on. Not too bad at all. No funky, awkward flavors. Very Cabernet-like, almost Bordeaux-like, really, in its approach. This has big potential. Little cedar coming through, a little pine cone kind of earthiness. I mean, this literally, and the Ustream folks are watching right now, this literally can be one of the most exciting wines on the show because a $9 cab is tough. Dying. Let's give it a whirl. Holy crap. When I saw that he scored an 89, I know he's tough, but so many wines have been overscored. Cedar, tobacco, black pepper, tannins. No pushover wine here, my friends. Big, bold wine, big richness. This wine stacks up to most $22 to $28 Cabernets I've tasted. We have found a out-and-out home run wine on Wine Library TV. 89-point Shelnick. I'm going to go 90 points on this wine. I like it a lot. Sour cherry. This is what we're looking for. This is a big moment. This is a big moment on Wine Library TV. Probably the first 90-point, under $10 Cabernet that I've tasted for myself in a long time. I guarantee I've not scored 10 Cabernets that have been under $10, 90 points or higher in the last 10 years. This is sensational malt. Let's zoom in on it. I know everybody's going to want to write it down. You're going to want to try this. This is an 87 to 90 point wine for every palate out there, I think. Villa de Angus, A-N-G-E-S, Vin de Pailly. This is absolutely spectacular. I'm completely caught off guard. It's much heavier than I expected. It's much more complex than I expected. Maybe it's an 89 plus, but I want to go 90 because I'm completely surprised. I really expected to come in and say, oh, okay, it's an 86. It's a good pizza wine. This is more than that. This could become your big play wine for you at home. If you're a Cab fan and you're desperate, what do you think?
I was expecting that oak that you get with the Cali cabs. It's not there.
No oak monster mott. Nope. That's what I love about this. I love its refinement. This stands up to a lot of Bordeaux's. This is a very exciting bottle of wine. Very, very exciting. A very, very exciting way to start the show. I'm downright pumped. We're going to go much more New World with the next two wines. It'll be interesting to see how my palate responds. I should mention that with the New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc show that I just taped, I do have a fair amount of cheese in my mouth, which is something to just keep in mind because I want to disclose anything I can that could alter a tasting. I had a lot of boucheron, so maybe there's a little more fat because the cheese might put on a weight that I expected this not to have. So I just want to mention that. Did you find that thin in any way, Mott? Light?
It was a little lighter, but it still had a lot of flavor.
Okay, that's my only concern. I just want to mention that. Susana Balbo Crios, 2008, young Cabernet from Mendoza, 88 points Tanzer, and I'm excited about trying this. We just had the Tarantas. Now let's see what's going on with the Cabernet. Good color, snippy snip. Definitely much more oak coming through. I get a little like cinnamon latte flavor. You know, this smells like a little bit of a Starbucks seasonal drink in October. Cherry, for sure, lots of cherry juice coming through. Feels a little heavier. Let's give it a whirl. There's some plum coming through on the mid palate. Definitely very woody. I feel a good amount of wood in my mouth, which take it how you want. Meaning, you know, it's just very oaky, you know, sticks. Kind of dry, almost black tea-like. Not too over-oaked, which I'm thrilled about. Attacks young. Let me rephrase. Attacks New World. Finishes a little bit more Old World. Plum and cassis dominate this wine. And it finishes tart. It finishes very tannic. I'm going to go 87 points on this wine. I like it. 12 bones, nothing to squaff at. And because my palate's in a little bit of a different place, now I have to go back because, you know, I'm going on a limb on this wine, Mott. I have to go back. Cabernet drinkers are going to freak. Just saying. All right. Wow. This is what's cool about taping ahead of time. I'm going to tell Brandon to order more of that stuff. Stuff is amazing. The Colonial Estate, 2006 Cabernet. This is from Terra Rosa. And Colonial Estates is very, very hot. And this is the Stranger Cab. I'm excited to try this. This is going to probably be a bomb of a wine. I should mention this was once offered on Cinderella Wine at $13.78, but now we sell for $18. Big color, snippy snip. Oof. This wine is very over-extracted. I get like a boysenberry kind of mulberry thing going on. Blueberry, little cigar, little stinkiness coming through as well. Big wine on the nose. Let's give it a whirl. Big, bold New World wine. Definitely some serious oak coming through. The oak monster makes a little bit of an appearance, which is a little bit worrisome. But you know, for as over-oaked as it is, somehow the tannin structure does hold this wine together. I will say this is not the most obnoxious, over-the-top Aussie wine that I always diss. It's a little bit more balanced, a little bit more elegant. And holds itself together somewhat. I'm kind of impressed, actually. Has a good finish, good inkiness, great viscosity, big Cabernet. I think a lot of people would like this. I think you Silver Oak drinkers should definitely check this out. And it's not too bad. I actually like this Kirsch little play on the finish. I'm going to go 89 points in this wine. I like it. Really came on strong for me. Stunned me a little bit. So big, but kind of contained itself. Kind of like big personality, like, ooh, that person's kind of bothering me. You know, but then when you settle in and get to know them, you really tend to like them. That's how I kind of feel about this wine. 89 plus for me at 18 bones, not bad. Was a deal at $13.78. Good show. Good show, Cabernet. 3 wines with a lot of press, very heralded, great critics. Shellneck, Tanzer, and Reynolds, they shine through today. The wines shine through today. Australia, Argentina, and Vin de Pays, south of France, Languedoc, all shine through. Shows you that Cabernet has a lot of versatility, can be grown in a lot of places. All these wines are really 3 to 5 year window wines. This might even be 2 to 4. Pizza, burgers, at these price points, maybe it's a little higher. I mean, at this price point, I mean, this is interesting, to say the least. That's all I got. These wines really surprised me. So refreshing after having shows where, I mean, we just did a New Zealand show. I think I basically panned all 3 wines. The cheese one. It's nice to come back. Cabernet, a grape varietal that I am so bored with. I mean, I am down on Cabernet, but you know, content is king. Good wines bring thunder. They're gonna bring thunder. I'm very impressed, and this wine is no jizzoke, and I'm pretty excited about it. $9. Question of the day. What's your best, you know, this is almost something all of you have. What's your best Cabernet Sauvignon experience? Could be on the high end, could be on the low end, could be a party, could be the first one you ever had. Give me a little Cabernet story. Lurkers, come out and play. You, with a little bit of me, we are changing the wine world. Rose petal, whether they like it, might be a light for some of you, or not.